Ever wondered how the royals spend their leisure time? Well, we have the latest scoop for you. The latest buzz from the royal grapevine is about the recent vacation of Prince William and Kate. The timing of their getaway has raised many an eyebrow, given that they've chosen to jet off in the midst of their royal responsibilities. And it's not just any vacation, it's a royal retreat to Mustique, a private Caribbean island that's the playground of the ultra-rich, a place where they can escape the mundane realities of their royal existence. The reason for their exotic getaway: they're reportedly there to celebrate Carol Middleton's milestone 70th birthday. And let's not forget, the kids are on half-term break after a mere 5 weeks of school. So one might think, why not take off for a little family time? But the timing does seem rather convenient, doesn't it? While the royal couple bask in the tropical sun, Prince William's absence from the BAFTAs hasn't gone unnoticed. As the president of the prestigious event, his non-appearance is quite the talk of the town. Even the Daily Mail couldn't help but question his sudden vanishing act. Comparisons are inevitable, and one can't help but mention Prince Harry and Meghan here. While William and Kate were busy sunbathing, Meghan was actively engaging with the public on Instagram, sharing glimpses of the Invictus Games and sweet moments with her family. The stark contrast in their actions is hard to ignore. In the midst of all this, Kensington Palace deemed it the right time to kick their social media game up a notch. A mere coincidence or a well-timed distraction from the royal couple's getaway? We leave that for you to decide. While Prince William and Kate enjoy the sun, sand and sea, the royal duties continue to beckon. As the saying goes, uneasy lies the head that wears a crown. And in this case, it seems, uneasy also lies the head that sips cocktails on a private beach. Now let's navigate the labyrinth of media coverage. Is it always fair and balanced? Well, if we take a closer look at how our beloved royals are portrayed, we might find that the answer is a resounding no. Consider the recent getaway of Prince William and Kate. The media's coverage has been nothing short of a love letter. Stories of their luxurious vacation on the private Caribbean island of Mustique, where they are reportedly celebrating Carol Middleton's 70th birthday, are painted with a brush of admiration. The tone is light, the narrative is positive, and all we hear about is their well-deserved rest and much-needed family time. Now let's juxtapose this with the media's portrayal of Prince Harry and Meghan. If they had taken a similar vacation, would we be hearing the same narrative? Or would the headlines scream of abandonment of duties and wastage of taxpayer money? In fact, while William and Kate were sunbathing, Meghan was busy sharing behind-the-scenes moments from the Invictus Games on Instagram, a sweet Valentine's Day post with Harry, and even giving fans a rare glimpse of Archie and Lilibet. But the media's response? It was as if it all happened in a parallel universe. The difference in tone and content of coverage when it comes to these two royal couples is stark. It's almost as though there's a concerted effort to paint William and Kate in a positive light, while Harry and Meghan are scrutinised for every move they make. This isn't just about the media's double standards, but also about the impact it has on the royal family and their followers. It perpetuates a narrative that is far from balanced, and it shapes public opinion in a way that is not only unfair, but also misleading. The media's bias is clear as day, but what is the impact of this on the royal family and their followers? It's something we all need to think about. Is it fair to paint such contrasting images of two couples who, at the end of the day, belong to the same family? And more importantly, is it right to manipulate public opinion to this extent? The answer, dear listeners, is for you to decide. In the era of social media, timing is everything, or is it a well-crafted distraction? Consider the timing of Kensington Palace's social media posts. They have a knack for posting just when Prince William and Kate are off on a lavish vacation. This time, as the couple was reportedly sipping cocktails on the private beaches of Mustique, Kensington Palace decided it was time to divert attention. But let's delve a bit deeper. Why would a post from the palace coincide with a royal vacation? Is it mere coincidence, or is it a calculated move? It's hard to ignore the pattern that has emerged over the years. It seems that every time Prince Harry and Meghan get a positive press, the palace's PR machine kicks into high gear, making sure the spotlight is shifted. This is not a one-off incident. Remember when Meghan shared behind-the-scenes moments from the Invictus Games and a sweet Valentine's Day post with Harry? The audience was smitten, and rightfully so. But immediately, like clockwork, Kensington Palace decided it was time to post something too. The timing is just too precise to be accidental. It seems like a well-orchestrated attempt to distract, to take the spotlight off Prince Harry and Meghan's positive press and shift it back to Prince William and Kate. Now, social media is a powerful tool. It can shape narratives, influence opinions, and even sway public sentiment. And when used strategically, it can effectively distract from what's really happening. But who's pulling the strings here? Who decides when it's time to post and when it's time to lay low? It's a question worth pondering as we navigate through the maze of royal news that floods our social media feeds daily. The power of social media in shaping narratives cannot be underestimated, but who's pulling the strings? As we continue to observe the royal family's social media strategies, it's crucial to stay informed, question the timing, and look beyond the distraction. Is there a royal standard or just a double standard? Let's take a closer look at this. When Prince Harry and Meghan take a similar break from their duties, the media storms are unforgiving. They're labelled as lazy, irresponsible, and accused of shirking their duties. The headlines scream their supposed disregard for royal norms and the expectations of the monarchy. Every move they make is scrutinised, every decision questioned. Yet, when Prince William and Kate take a vacation, the narrative shifts dramatically. They're praised for their family time. Their absence is explained away as a well-deserved rest. The same media that was once a court of judgment now transforms into a choir singing their praises. They're portrayed as the hard-working, dutiful royals taking a well-earned break. The contrast is as clear as day and night, and it's not just the media. The public, too, seems to have a different set of standards for these two couples. Prince William and Kate's vacations are seen as a normal part of their lives, while any time off for Prince Harry and Meghan is viewed as an extravagant luxury, an abandonment of responsibility. The narrative, it seems, has been set in stone. But the question remains, why? Why are Prince William and Kate given a free pass for the same actions that Prince Harry and Meghan are vilified for? Is it because of their closer place in line to the throne, or is it because they fit more comfortably within the traditional image of royalty? Whatever the reason, the double standards are glaring, and the hypocrisy is hard to miss. The same actions are judged differently depending on who performs them. And this isn't just about vacations or official duties, it's about the fundamental fairness and equality that should exist in the way we judge people's actions. The hypocrisy unveiled here is a stark reminder of the biases that we often overlook. It's high time we start calling out these double standards, because in the end, they're all royals, and they all deserve to be treated with the same level of scrutiny or understanding. The double standards are glaring, and the hypocrisy is hard to miss. As we wrap up, let's take a moment to reflect on the narratives we consume. The royal getaway we've discussed today is not merely about a vacation, it's a microcosm of the media's selective reporting and the palace's public relations tactics. We've seen how Prince William and Kate, currently enjoying the sun-soaked beaches of Mustique, have managed to avoid the scrutiny that their actions, or more accurately, inactions, deserve. Despite skipping a significant event, the BAFTAs, and taking an impromptu vacation only 5 weeks into the school term, the media has been largely silent. Instead, they've been painted as a family simply enjoying some well-deserved rest. Contrast this with the treatment of Prince Harry and Meghan. Their every action is dissected, their motives questioned. A similar decision to skip a major event and jet off to Mustique would undoubtedly have resulted in a media frenzy, with accusations of laziness, ingratitude and disrespect for the monarchy. Yet when it's William and Kate, these criticisms are conspicuously absent. We've also examined how Kensington Palace's social media posts conveniently coincide with positive press for Harry and Meghan, an attempt to divert attention and maintain control of the narrative. And yet, who's truly putting in the hard work? Who's consistently showing up for their causes? And who's lounging on a private beach? The discrepancy is glaring. The media's portrayal of William and Kate as hard-working, dutiful royals and Harry and Meghan as selfish and attention-seeking is a narrative that's been carefully constructed and maintained. But as these instances of hypocrisy become more apparent, the facade begins to crack. So as we consume these narratives, we must question, are we truly the audience in this grand theatre of royalty, or merely pawns in a larger game of public relations? The choice, dear listeners, is ours. In the grand theatre of royalty, are we the audience or just pawns in a larger game of public relations?